My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
I mean, I don't have to add any other vegetables, any other seasonings. It's all in there. It's really easy.
You know, that part of your life is not going to be in some kind of upheaval. It's pretty much what mom would put on the table.
One of the coolest things about having an emergency plan is being able to check off how you're going to get your water and how you're going to get your food. Because those two staples, once you've kind of put those in the back of your mind, right, and you know that those are already taken care of, then it leaves you a lot more bandwidth to focus on what else might be happening.
Now, usually when we think of emergency food, you don't really think of tasty and delicious. When you hear people talk about wise foods, that's the first thing they say. They say they do taste like you made them yourself, like you would eat them even if you didn't have to eat them. This is, though, the way to be prepared in any situation. We know we need to have emergency foods. Boy, now more than ever, nobody anticipated the type of emergency food situation we were going to be in 2020. This is self-contained, and this will stay just like this for over 20 years. Today, we've got a very special smart deal for you. It is 132 servings of chef-created delights and meals and drinks and desserts, even breakfasts. What you get is right here, 132 total servings, which is an amazing value, and it's all easily contained. You've got cheesy macaroni and savory stroganoff. You get apple cinnamon cereal, this incredible oatmeal. You even get apples. You've got chicken noodle soup and creamy pasta and yogurt and orange drink. My favorite, there's pasta Alfredo and Southwest rice and beans, tomato basil soup with pasta, vanilla pudding, and even a whey milk alternative. Now, when you're in an emergency situation, and I think 2020 just is an emergency situation, you know that you can't get the foods that you need, and you crave the comfort foods. That's what Wise brings us in this value. For $99, you're getting 132 servings. It works out to about 77 cents per serving, and you can serve this on any night, of course, but all you need to do if you're in an emergency situation is add water. It will reconstitute to real food. Real beans in the Southwest rice and beans, real chunks of pasta. You don't have to heat it up, you just have to add water. It's $19.99, and we will ship the whole entire package to you for free. Your item number on this smart deal is 088811, but as you know, when everything went crazy, it was impossible to even find emergency foods like this. My guest, Stephanie Roberts, is here with this very special smart deal. And Stephanie, this could have been a today's special, but we wanted to extend it a little bit longer so that everybody could partake. So welcome to the show.
Great to see you, and I'm glad we extended it into several days, but I got to tell you, this is my last planned airing of this smart deal. So this is definitely going to be a time to jump on it and think about how emergency food is just such an essential staple of life, because we've learned to adjust in many, many ways this year. But if there's one thing we can't adjust to, we can't stop doing, it's eating. So I love the fact that Wise makes it so incredibly easy to have great tasting food that is ready, hence their new buzz phrase, Ready Wise. It's ready for us at any time, because we're going to talk about all these awesome entrees. We'll do some tasting. We'll talk about what makes them so great. But the one thing I want you to know is that absolutely everything we're going to make and talk about, all you do is add water. I'm going to just take this pouch and add it to water, but this water does not have to be hot. So you see that I've got a pot right now on a burner. I'll be honest, unless I'm in a power emergency, which we know happens with hurricanes, with the fires in California, with the winter storms that are going to be bearing down on us. We know there's times where we can be out of power for hours, even days. Of flooding, obviously, another concern when we might need emergency food. So in those situations, you can take Wise Food. You can add any type of water to it. You can add tap water. You can add freezing cold water if it's the middle of winter and your hot water heater is out. And it will still turn into great looking meals just like this. It'll take a little longer than if the water was warm. So that's why for today, since we're not in a power situation, but maybe I'm in a grocery store situation where the grocery store, for some reason, you know, that whole supply chain thing all messed up still right now. I'm not finding the foods I want. So I can turn to my Wise pouch and I can find a great tasting meal every time. All right, let's talk about this pouch for just a second, because this is one of the things that really separates Wise. The first thing is everything that happens in the factory starts with a recipe made by chefs. So that's why when we're going to talk about Southwest Rice and Beans, they've got a kick, because guess what? If it says Southwest Rice and Beans, it better not be bland. We want a little paprika. We want a little red pepper. So the chefs make the recipes. But then the scientists in the factory have come up with this awesome pouch. So the actual product is dehydrated and packaged in what's called a modified atmospheric package. So it's state of the art. And what that package does for you, it shuts out humidity, it shuts out oxygen, it shuts out moisture, it shuts out all the things that make food go bad, so that these Southwest Rice and Beans, which by the way are one of my favorite recipes that you're gonna see in the Wise Bucket we're offering, everything in here is safe to eat as long as you keep it in a cool, dry place for up to 25 years. So I can't find something that I can honestly keep them for 25 days most of the time at the grocery store. But now I have the ability to have great food whenever I need it. All I'm gonna do is add water. If we're having a funky power situation or a storm or something, I don't even have to heat the water. And I've checked that box of, is my family gonna be okay, and do we have food for the next 25 years? Shannon, we're both moms. You know, this whole feed your family thing is a headache on a good day. Oh. You add in the stress of grocery store shelves being picked over, be it pandemic, be it storm. This is a game changer.
It is, and it's food that everybody in the family will love as well. This is food that you feel good serving your family. You feel good eating it because, quite frankly, it's delicious. Now, if you have any other kind of an emergency kit and you've got canned goods or something else in a box, you know you have to go through that every year, right? You gotta throw away the stuff that's expired, or you gotta replace the other things. This, you leave it untouched, hopefully you don't have to dig into it for the next 25 years. We do have it available on auto ship. Why would we have an emergency preparedness kit on auto ship? Because it's delicious. And I know many, many of you who have made this a customer pick say, I just like the Southwest Rice and Beans. I think it's delicious. I can't get oatmeal for 77 cents a serving, so I dig into it on a regular basis. Sometimes, you know, things just pass me by, and then there was soccer practice and I didn't realize it. I've got food that the family will love. So we do have this available on auto ship. We also have additional proteins. You're getting protein in here. You're also getting fruits and vegetables, but we do have, and we rarely do keep these in stock. We've got, we do have meat, we've got protein additionally. We also have fruits and vegetables additionally if you would like to purchase those separately. But this, Stephanie, has been an amazing value. In fact, as our smart deal, we've sold over 5,600 just in the past few days. And as you were saying, Stephanie, this is the final airing, the final scheduled airing of our smart deal. Every single thing that you see on the table fits in here, which means that this, if you leave it untouched for 25 years, you have that peace of mind that if there is nothing on the shelf or there was some sort of crazy, even crazier pandemic, right? Please God, no. But you know that maybe there's a hurricane or maybe there's whatever, everybody's got their own issues, right? It could be wildfires, it could be floods, it could be anything that could keep you from getting out. Maybe it's an ice storm. You've got food, 132 servings of nutritious food, of delicious food that's filled with great proteins, that's got great flavor, and that's why we've sold over 5,600 at this incredible price of 77 cents per serving, $99.99. We'll even break it up into interest-free payments for you so you can get it home very easily, and we'll send it to you after your very first payment of $19.99. Stephanie, we've had Wise Food here for quite a while. You are one of our incredible cooking guests, and I know that you make all kinds of delicious foods. This is kid approved as well.
It is certainly kid approved. In fact, I'll share with you my favorite right now. It is the Southwest rice and beans, but I got to tell you, it's one of my kids' favorites too. Since it was the holiday weekend, had my 4 teenage boys home all weekend long, which usually means tons of eating and cooking. And they were digging into the Southwest rice and beans. This is right out of the pot. Look at all those beans. There's beans, there's corn. You can see how it has the orangey red flavor from the spices you would want it to have. But one of my sons, they're football players, they're big boys. They take a bite and they go, that tastes just like the Mexican restaurant. And I said, that's the point. This is food that tastes exactly like you think it would taste. And you were talking about emergencies. Maybe the emergency is we're out of beans or we're out of rice on the store shelves, because boy, there were a few weeks where those kind of things were very hard to find. You could take something like the Southwest rice and beans and use that as the basis for your meal. I found wraps. I wrapped up my Southwest rice and beans into a burrito. I was able to find some greens, and I turned what started as an emergency food pouch into a great meal. So I love the fact that we are talking about preparedness, because listen, we're already on, I believe I saw today, are we on letter R of named storms? It's the earliest in a storm season we've ever gotten to R. Don't worry, it's way, way, way out in the Atlantic. But the point of the matter is that this is an active storm season. Then we're gonna roll into winter weather season. I have friends in Nebraska and Wisconsin. They said there's sleet in the forecast, and it's September. You know, it's always something. We know about the fires in California. Flooding is obviously a major concern here in Florida. We've had upwards of 6 and 8 inches of rain over the weekend. So as Shannon pointed out, no matter where you are, there are problems, whether it's a Mother Nature emergency, whether it's a grocery store emergency. This gives you the ability to have food, and great tasting food, at an amazing value. Maybe the emergency is the economy's been hard on your family for the past few months, and you're looking for a food value. Where else can you get a serving of creamy pasta and vegetables? And let me show you the vegetables in here, because I think it's amazing how well balanced these meals are. I've got tomatoes and peppers right on the top. I've got peas throughout. I mean, this is a large serving of food, and it tastes phenomenal for 77 cents a serving. I can't go to the drive-through and get a bad burger for 77 cents a serving. So the fact that I'm getting a nutritious meal, right?
That's true.
I mean, it's really, it's an awesome thing. And I do want to talk about serving size for just a second. I have big eaters in my house, so they're always saying, there isn't enough food, there isn't enough food. It's just a very common refrain for me here. In fact, I heard it last night when I put dinner on the table. So when I talk serving size, I'm serious about it. So here is a pouch of the stroganoff, which is a wonderful one. Okay, there's 2 servings of it, right? And here is how it divides into the 4 in the package. So this is a serving. That's a lot of food for a serving. In fact, I'm gonna eyeball that and tell you that is well over a cup of food of creamy stroganoff. So when we're talking about 132 servings and we're talking about value, we're not talking about thimbles full of food here. These are big, fulfilling, comfort food servings that also are full of protein. When I talk to the Wise Company, who are just great Utah-based, American-made food from people who are truly passionate about what they do, when we were talking about what makes this bucket different than the ones that we've offered in the past, and one of the first things they said was there's more protein in it, because protein is what fills this up. We're not filling 132 servings of just snacks. I mean, we love our snacks and we love our cereals, and we did include yogurt and pudding, because you know what? You don't want to miss out on the pudding. I would have been very sad had we missed out on the pudding. But you do want to know that these meals have real meal potential for you, that you don't have to add things. There's vegetables in them. You mentioned the fruits. You're getting 8 servings of apples as our bonus add-on. In fact, I think it's kind of cute. Shannon, you know, in the studio, the buckets say 124 servings. But there's 132 servings because we added the 8 bonus servings of apples, because how hard is it to get fruit if you're not going to the grocery store. And a lot of us are simply trying not to go so many places. And I think that's probably going to continue for a little while. So you're able to get the fruit right away with this original 132 serving offer. And as you mentioned, there'll be fruit available in separate offers if you want to pick up additional. But I like the variety. 2 different breakfast entrees, 2 different varieties of the oatmeal that Shannon mentioned. I noticed this is an HSN host favorite. Everybody loves the oatmeal. It's got an awesome texture. This is the apple cinnamon one. But do you see how you can see big, nice chunks of oat? I'm going to get up real close for you here. And you can see those big pieces of apple. There's nothing worse than pasty oatmeal. But if I told you that I was going to open a pouch that could sit on your shelf for 25 years, all I was going to do was add water, and it didn't even have to be hot water, which means I am not cooking the oats. If I told you all of that, I know you're thinking wallpaper paste. So what Wise has done is they figured out how to have these amazing recipes that you don't have to cook, but have the right texture. It's a skill, Shannon. Sometimes my boys don't like the texture of my food after I cook it.
That's actually a really good point, because flavor is one thing, and this definitely has flavor because it's the right recipe, that these chef-created recipes, but the texture of the pasta is just right. It doesn't taste like reconstituted pasta. The beans taste like beans. The oatmeal tastes like oatmeal. It is unlike any other emergency food, and it will last for 25 years if you can resist. But truly, it is delicious. When you get it home, try it. And you may decide that you want to put this on auto ship because it's delicious and it's great. I would say not just emergency food, backup food, right? It's great backup food to have just in case you don't want to go to the store, or the store, you know, you don't want to go to the store these days anyway. We're delivering this right to you, right to your door, and you can reconstitute just with water right away. Here's what you're getting. I want you to see. It's not just 132 servings of whatever that you're not going to eat. It is comfort food that's delicious. It's just what you're craving when you need that comfort. You've got brown sugar and maple multigrain cereal, cheesy macaroni, savory stroganoff, apple cinnamon cereal, apples, real apples. You get chicken flavored noodle soup. Oh, that's my comfort food right there. Creamy pasta and vegetables, creamy yogurt. You've got orange drink, pasta Alfredo, that's Southwest rice and beans. You made my mouth water with that one, Stephanie. Tomato basil soup with pasta, vanilla pudding, and even whey milk alternative. You're getting basically a 1-month supply of food all in one for $99.95. If you'd like to break it up into just easy payments, it's under $20. You need to have that security. We need to have that peace of mind, and especially after what everyone's been through, we realize emergency, it really means emergency, right? You don't know, you can't predict what's gonna happen. So this is your chance to get that peace of mind and that security and stability. You've got protein in here, but if you want additional protein, you want additional meat, chicken, we have a separate little set of those. We also have a separate set of fruits and vegetables just to sort of add on. But this is our smart deal. Over 5,800 have been sold just since we brought this in at $30 off. This is, a smart deal is like a today's special, but it just lasts a little bit longer. We wanted everybody to be able to take advantage of this. And quite frankly, Stephanie, when everything hit with COVID, we could not get Wise food in stock. We didn't have any. It sold out so quickly, we couldn't restock it. This is the opportunity, and COVID's not the only emergency that happens, right? You've got hurricanes and tornadoes, you've got floods, you've got all ice storms. It depends on where you are. You need to have backup food. This is delicious. The texture is just right. You don't even need heat to be able to make it taste delicious. It's under $20 to get home, and we will ship it to you for free. 088811 is your item number. And every single one of these, this doesn't look appetizing, right? But all of these packages, all 132 servings will fit right in here. So all you're doing is maybe you want to put a water filter next to it. Maybe you want to be able to add in some of your extra proteins or your fruits and vegetables that we have available. That's it. You keep it in a cool, dry area. Maybe it's in your closet. Maybe it's under your bed. You are ready for the next 25 years. And Stephanie, one of the things that I realized when I thought I had emergency food, I was like, oh, I don't need to rush to the store and look at the empty shelves. I've got canned goods for days. Well, getting in that pantry, into that emergency food supply, I was like, oh, this is expired, this is expired, this is expired, this is dusty, right? This is not gonna expire for 25 years.
This is such an easy solution. Canned goods expire, freezer food goes bad. I know a lot of people have been canning and preserving, or maybe using food sealers a little bit more this year to stock their fridge and freezer. But guess what? Number one, that's a lot of effort. Number two, I've heard you can't find canning jars in most places. And number three, that's going to expire too. Why put yourself through all that looking for all those ingredients? It's right here. I can tell you from feeding all the kids, mac and cheese was one hard item to find for a few weeks there. And still intermittently on a random Wednesday, there'll be no macaroni. And I'll think, how is this happening? But I don't want to worry about how or why. I just want to have it. I want to know that I can open a pouch, and this is a family favorite at my house, with water, and doesn't even have to be hot water. Remember, room temperature turns this into very edible food. I'll tell you the story on Saturday. We did a couple of smart deals for you here on HSN. This was sitting on the counter, and my kids walked by and started eating it. You know, I mean, there is no worries that the taste and flavor isn't there. I do want to talk about worries in terms of money, though. It has been a tough money year for many, many people. So the fact that you can make a great dinner for 70 cents a serving, I think is such a huge added bonus of this. But if you miss the smart deal, you would probably go to ReadyWise.com, right? That would make sense to check on the supply there. This 134 serving bucket, or 32 servings rather, the equivalent of that at ReadyWise.com, more than 3 times the price. Don't take my word for it. Go check it out when we're done chatting here. You know, they sell these, and Shannon mentioned, can't keep them in stock. We all understand that everybody's concerned about their food supply right now. But if you miss the smart deal, you're going to pay 3+ times for it. And they told me they sell them thousands a day at that price. So I think it's really cool that our partnership with Wise enables us to do things like the smart deal. We've worked with Wise for the last 6 years here at HSN, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. I've been out to see their facility in Utah. It's just really a family-run great.
And we like that. You know, we like knowing where our food comes from. You like knowing that it is chef prepared, that the recipes have been refined so that the flavors are just right. It's delicious mac and cheese. It's delicious Southwest rice and beans. You're getting true stroganoff. This is a great way to be able to have that peace of mind, whether it's just you or you and a partner or you and an entire family. You may need to stock up on a few more if it's you and a lot of children, right? But for $99.95, you're set for the next 25 years as far as your backup set goes. You can put this on auto ship, and then you lock in that smart deal price of $99.95. It's $19.99. That's interest-free payments, and you will be covered for this emergency season. We hope that you never have to dig into it, but because it's tasty, you can. Now, one of the things that I didn't realize, now I'm from California, we've got earthquakes, we've got, well, we've got a lot of different stuff, flooding and fires, but we don't have a lot of, we don't have any tornadoes, but it's the power outages that really kind of got me in Florida, and realizing, I'm fine. I've got a whole freezer full of food. And then 2 days later, if the power's still out, you don't got nothing, right? It could be all gone. You don't even need electricity to be able to make this food. All you need is water. You're gonna need water anyway, right? So all you do is pour in the right amount of water, you stir it up within minutes, you have a comforting, delicious meal for your entire family, or for one person. It's all up to you at $19.99. You may never end up digging into yours, or I recommend that you at least keep 1 or 2 that you don't touch. Maybe put this on auto ship so that you can have that backup on a regular basis when you can't find that macaroni, or you just have a hankering for that Southwest rice and beans. You wanna be able to have that great protein-enriched, delicious side dish or a burrito, and you don't wanna have to slave over a hot stove. This is great backup food. It's great, just delicious food to have on hand. It's $99.95, and you don't even just have to take my word for it. We have customer after customer who has come back and said, I tasted one just to make sure that I even wanted to keep it for emergencies. It was delicious. I went back and got another one because I keep eating the Southwest rice and beans. Everybody's got their favorite. But Stephanie, I know that this is a limited time offer. This is your final airing of the entire visit, and we've already sold 6,100 of these. You know what? That makes me happy, because it makes me happy knowing that there are so many families that are going to be prepared.
Absolutely. So thank you for making a great choice to get your family ready. I do want to point out we included some drinks in the bucket as well. Orange drink, because you know what? We know water is necessary, but after about 3 or 4 days of that, I'm going to have complaining kids. So I like the fact that we can at least put something healthy in the water. And also the ability to make a pitcher of whey milk. Shannon, you and I both know as moms that milk isn't just about, you know, building healthy bodies for young kids. For many, it's a comfort. And especially if, you know, you're going to be stressed and the dog's going to be barking, if you're digging into the emergency food in an emergency, to be able to have a sippy cup of milk and the story at bedtime, just like always, is a really valuable thing. So I love the fact that we're also including the milk. Again, you're getting 2 different breakfast cereals, 7 lunch and dinner entrees, fruit with the apples being added, also the yogurt, the pudding, and the drinks. It's a great value. It's 77 cents a serving, and it'll be there whenever you need it for the next 25 years.
I love it. You know, I think about giving certain things in my will. I'm gonna will the Wise food to one of my kids in 25 years. I mean, that's honestly, like, that's really how long it would last. By the way, the powdered eggs in the auto ship completely sold out, and we only have about 300 remaining. This is 144 servings of powdered eggs. This, by the way, is not just for an emergency. This is great for any of your, if you need eggs as an ingredient in anything. Boy, eggs were impossible to find over the last few months. Now you will always have them on hand. It's $140.20. It's $46 and change to get it home. And 144 servings of powdered eggs. This is an incredible value.
Absolutely. And here's the thing, if you're not familiar with powdered eggs, all you do is add water. It couldn't be easier. They come in that powdered form. You add a little water. I'm going to whisk them up, and literally within seconds, it would look like I had just beat up a regular egg. Shannon, you're not kidding. Eggs were impossible to find for a while there. And if you come at the end of the day in our neighborhood, you still can't find them. What I like about these is I can then use this. I mean, I can make an omelet. I can make scrambled eggs, but I can also add this to baked goods. So if I can't find eggs, but I want to be baking like so many of us have been craving and doing more of this year, you can use these, and they come in 12 resealable pouches so that you can use what you need, seal it back up, and there's always eggs on demand in the cupboard. I think it's awesome for baking or just hungry kids.
Yes, and you know what it is? This is actually whole eggs. It is actually eggs. I have to say that because sometimes you get something powdered, you're like, oh, it's powdered potatoes, and you're like, what is in this? You look at the ingredients and you're like, holy cow, where are the potatoes? Same with powdered eggs. So if you are shopping for powdered eggs, usually you can get just a teeny little bit and it's got a ton of other just nasty ingredients in it. They're whole eggs in the powdered eggs. I know that sounds funny. It sounds like it should be, of course, but with Wise Company, what you see is what you get. Those are very limited though, so if you're ready for those, go ahead and grab those. We also have Chocolate Dairy Delight. I love this. 60 servings for just $54.95. Talk about comfort food. You want that delicious chocolate milk. This is powdered. It's so easy to use. You may send this along with your college student just because. It's $18.32, and auto ship is available on that. That one is, that's aptly named. I love it. Chocolate Dairy Delight. It is delightful. You can even add a little ice cream in that and make a little shake. Just saying. From personal experience. All right, when we talk about protein, right? Protein is included, of course, in our Smart Deal, but sometimes you just want that added extra protein. We've got, and when we say your choice of, you can choose fruits, veggies, or meats and proteins. Now, in the meat and protein kit, it's a great sale price. Normally it's $60.20. Today it's under $50. You get a package of cheesy beef. You even get instant rice. You've got roasted chicken, savory roast beef, holy cow, Southwest style chicken, stroganoff beef, and teriyaki style chicken. All you do is just add water. And again, it's all about the texture. When it comes to meats, this texture will be perfection for you. That one's always very, very popular. Then we also have the fruits, which are real fruits that are just freeze dried. You've got, not just fruit, but also the caramel dipping sauce. You've got yogurt style dessert. You've got freeze dried freeze-dried apples, freeze-dried bananas, freeze-dried peaches, yum, and freeze-dried strawberries. And then, of course, we are including pudding, because you can't just eat your fruit without your pudding. Then we also have the vegetables as well, also very, very popular, because again, you can't keep those cans of vegetables around for 25 years like you can these. And all you do is just, you can eat them like this, they're delicious actually, or you can reconstitute them with water. You've got butter sauce mix, cheese sauce mix, cream sauce mix, and then you've got freeze-dried broccoli, freeze-dried corn, freeze-dried green beans, freeze-dried sweet peas, and a package of the mushroom sauce mix. We want you to not feel like you are in an emergency. We want you to feel nourished and taken care of. And this is a great way to do it. By the way, we do have auto ship available on all of these options, but the fruit auto ship, we only have about 25 left. I know that, Stephanie, that's always one of the most popular, is this fruit.
Absolutely. And here's the thing, Shannon, we've been talking so much, obviously, about preparedness in emergencies. Wise Foods is so incredibly popular recreationally for people who hunt, for people who camp, for people who hike and go out into the woods and need nourishment that they can throw in their backpack in a pouch. Because especially these vegetables, this is good, healthy, quick carb energy. You can eat them dry, as you can see them here, but you can also reconstitute them in water and with those sauces you mentioned. Same thing with the fruits. I got to point out the peaches. These are my favorite thing. Normally, I would probably, sit down and eat a peach. Here, I sit down and eat an entire bag, which adds up to 8 servings of peaches because they're so incredibly good. But this is important because sometimes it's hard to find produce at a decent value. So you're locking in an awesome price point here for the bananas, the peaches, the apples, and the strawberries. And, originally my kids were like, oh my gosh, that looks just like a strawberry. I'm like, because it is a strawberry. These are freeze-dried. This is the real fruit at the peak of freshness. They have captured that and then packaged it in those special Wise pouches so that it will be there whenever you need it. And we know as we head to the winter months, getting good produce at good prices is really, really difficult. So again, I like that we're able to have it on demand here with the Wise Company and their Ready Wise food. Now, when we talk about protein, you are actually getting the ability to make a full meal even in that protein kit. It's not as upscale, if you will, as the meals that are coming in the 132 count serving bucket, but you're getting rice, and that's not even the full pouch of rice. You're getting the proteins, the beefs and the chicken. And then on the one I'm holding, we went ahead and reconstituted some of the vegetables. We just put them in the water. And so we added veggie to it. And literally, if I put down chicken, rice, and veggies in front of my kids, they would dig right in and never ask another question. So especially if you have big eaters, picking up that protein kit is a great way to kind of beef up, pun intended, any of the existing Wise meals and just kind of let it go a little bit further. But there are so many different options.
There really are. I like that option too for pickier eaters who want to be able to maybe not have a sauce or not have a spice. You've got that option as well. This is a great way to be prepared and know that you're not just going to survive an emergency, you're really going to thrive in that emergency. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for joining us and making delicious emergency foods for us.
Great to see you.
Great to see you as well. If you are on the phone to get your incredible deals today, you're welcome to stay there. You can also skip the line, go to hsn.com. We'll be right back.
HSN is celebrating you during our Customer Favorites Weekend. Shop our biggest brands, top sellers, and customer picks all weekend long. Don't miss all your favorites on HSN and hsn.com. Starts Saturday. Get crafting, get organized, and get ready for fun with HSN's Fall Home and Craft Fair. Freshen up your home with DIY projects and crafts from all your favorite brands like Anna Griffin, Origami, and more. Make your home a happy place. Starts Friday.
I found it in Peru, China, Morocco, an amethyst mine in the middle of nowhere. Every day's a new adventure. We go right to the mines. You can actually show people, okay, this is how it all starts. And every rough material you get is like opening a Christmas present. You're able to sculpt it, make it into something that's really unique, very special, very limited. And I think that that's what people love. They know the history of it.
Okay, we've been talking about emergencies, and we want you to be prepared for emergencies. Maybe it happens to be in your car. We've got the 911 Help Now Auto Emergency Rescue Tool. This is a two-way talk. You push a button and you are connected with 911. Today, it's 50% off. It's $16.66. All you do is plug it into your, into that cigarette lighter, and you can actually be charging your phone. Let me show you here. So you can actually you've got a USB charger here, so you can be charging your phone, but all you do is push that SOS button for a few seconds, and you are connected with a 911 operator in your area, the one that's closest to you. So all you do when you're in the car, now you don't have to, if you got in an emergency situation, an accident, heaven forbid, you're not looking around for your phone, or if you were to get in that fender bender, you know your phone's gonna be way over on the floor somewhere or out of battery. This is accessible to you, and all you do is push the button and you've got two-way talk with a 911 operator. They can send help, they can talk you through anything. $16.66 to get it home. We've got great colors available for you. White, raspberry pink, black, blue, and a mint green. I think every car should definitely have one of those, and it's a great price today, basically a 2-for-1. So get one for each car. I've got two upcoming teenage drivers, so they are definitely having those in their cars as soon as they get their license. All right, we've got Justin Hyatt. He's gonna be joining us to talk about home safety, and light is safety. If you have motion lights outside your home, anybody who's trouncing around with some ill intention, the lights will tend to scare them off. So it's very simple to install these. They are battery operated, but they're synchronized. That's what everybody loves about Mr. Beams. When one is triggered, a bright light, a spotlight is illuminated. It communicates with the other Mr. Beams spotlights, and all the lights that you have in the network all go on, all around the home. $54.99, that's the lowest price we've ever offered, a clearance price. We are also reducing the shipping and handling, and you can get them home for $18.33. It looks like we only have 2 colors remaining at this very special price. We have black or brown. You've got that great sensor right here, and then a very bright motion spotlight to be able to light up your entire yard pretty much, and you're getting 3 today for just $54.99. Justin Hyatt is going to be joining us. He is one of our home contributors. Justin, this is the best value we've ever had when we've presented Mr. Beams.
It is. I have to tell you, my mouth was watering watching the whole entire Wise Food. But Wise Food is comfort food, but Mr. Beams is comfort and security lighting. And like you said, it's just so easy to finally get outdoor security lighting or comfort lighting outside of our home now, because you don't have to worry about wiring them. These run off of 4D batteries that are going to last you up to a year and beyond if you were to activate them 8 to 10 times a night. But we're giving you a configuration that you can't find anywhere else. These are the smartest Mr. Beam spotlights that they offer. 450 lumens, and they're the smart version. So wireless installation and wireless communication. The other thing that we do is we're adding in the standalone sensor. So when you walk in within 30 feet of any of these lights, they're going to automatically turn on. With this sensor, when I activate this, it'll communicate to every single one of the lights that I have around my home from 150 feet away. So you can see how much light that is. So when you want to have light on the perimeter of your home and not have to worry about actually wiring it, and you want them to communicate, this is communicating wirelessly from 150 feet away, all of your lights. So activate one, activate all. And the thing about these lights too, Shannon, is that they're not just a little bit bright, they're significantly bright. 450 lumens at this price is double what you will normally get. And the light will reach up to 125 feet and illuminate an area of 675 square feet. Just to kind of give you an idea of how much room that is. A regular size house is about 1,300 square feet. So that gives you an idea of how much light this is going to put off. After 20 seconds of not sensing motion, automatically turn off. That's what has made Mr. Beam's #1 option when it comes to motion activated battery powered lighting. And right there, as you can see, it's patented technology. So you can't find this anywhere else from another company. but Mr. Beams.
I love too that once you install it, you can adjust the direction of it. So you don't have to figure out the direction of it. When I installed mine, well, when my husband installed ours, I knew the general area that I wanted it, but I didn't know exactly how it was going to shine basically until it was night. So he installed it in the area, and now we can move it around. You can adjust that head wherever you want it, but they communicate with each other. So if somebody was walking through the yard on one side, all of the lights around the house light up, that's gonna scare somebody away. It's $18.33 per light today. The motion sensor is unlike any other motion sensor you have. It's perfectly sensitive, and then it has an amazingly bright light. Okay, I have an update. We have only 420 remaining in the black, and in the brown we have just a few more than that. This clearance price will not last. You can purchase Mr. Beams elsewhere. Some of the big box stores has Mr. Beams, but they would be $79.99 for the 3-pack, and that wouldn't even be with the motion sensor. So each one has a built-in motion sensor, and then you get that motion sensor that's communicating with all of the lights. You can get several of them. So if you say, oh, I don't just want 3 to communicate with each other, you can get, they will connect with each other even if you have more than 3. So you can get more than the set of 3, and then they will communicate with each other all in your network. I'm trying to see if I can see how many you can connect. Let me see. When we get Justin back, we lost his feed, but when we get him back, I'll ask how many we can get, how many you can connect. I only have 3, so all 3 of those connect to each other. Here's why you want that. So if you pull up to your house and your car makes the light go on, now that Mr. Beams communicates to the light over your pathway, to the light in front of your home, and it's welcoming you all at once. So you don't have to trigger each motion separately, it communicates with each other. So Justin is back. Justin, do you happen to know how many of these lights can communicate with each other? I know we're getting a 3-pack, but even more than that could communicate with each other.
Yeah, you can actually have up to 50 of them communicating at the same exact time. So
that would be an incredibly
we're giving
huge
you
home.
kind of like yeah, exactly. Well, but you know what's nice about it is, let's say you get these and then you put 3 of them on your home. So maybe just a perimeter, you put 1 in the front of your house or right when you walk in or right when you pull up to the driveway, and then 2 on the side or maybe 1 in the back. But how about if you have a big yard? Well, now you can put these on your fences. You can put these on your trees. You can put this in your garage. You can put this in the basement, anywhere you want, even in the attic, for instance. So you really have so many options. So it's nice that we give you 3 to start off with. But this is the idea of having the security, the simplicity, and then you talked about it earlier, the synchronization. So you can actually even control if you want them all to turn on at the same time or not. Or for instance, maybe you want 1 or 2 of them to turn on, but not the one in the back. You can control that as well. And the thing is although we talk about wireless communication, you don't have to worry about getting it communicating or getting it connected to your Wi-Fi. This is all radio frequency. So you can control that radio frequency and you can control the installation as well. I'm gonna bring you back down here. I lost you guys on my main camera, but I wanna show you just how easy this is to manipulate. You're talking about, this is weatherproof, so it doesn't matter where you put it. 40 batteries that are gonna last you up to a year and beyond. And then once you install that, again, close it, weatherproof seal. If you want to angle it like you were talking about, Shannon, just loosen up that thumb screw, angle it down so you can point it anywhere you want. And the thing is they're not permanent installation too, which is really, really nice, because if you want to move them or if you're a renter, you have the ability to do that without having that giant investment.
Yeah, and it comes with everything you need. It really is so quick and easy to install, 5-10 minutes. You just decide where you want that bright light. 450 lumens, that's a lot. So it really does light everything up, and it lasts for 20 seconds, and then it turns itself off as long as there's no additional motion. They have that synchronization feature that no other motion lights do, so they will communicate with each other. As soon as one lights up, they all light up to 50, as Justin was saying. So if you've got them out around a big property, this will truly light everything up. And light is your first line of defense when it comes to defending your home. It's also very welcoming as you're coming home. $18.33 is your interest-free payment. You just choose brown, which is a very deep brown. In fact, I'll show you the brown and the black right next to each other. The brown is almost like a deep vintage bronze. It reminds me of our vintage bronze that we have on our origami. So it's a very deep brown. And then this is the black. The black is the most limited. If you're thinking about your home, this is the day to get all of them. But we are shipping and handling, we've reduced the shipping and handling, and it's $18.33 to get them home on this great clearance price. So definitely grab those. 686-328. It's made a big difference for me in how I feel in my home. I just feel a lot more secure knowing that if anybody's moving around outside, I'll know it. Now this is coming up in just a little bit, and we do have one more item from Mr. Beams, but I wanted to let you know that we've got this really cool walkie-talkie. These are unlike anything I've ever seen before. They're so small and compact, but these will communicate up to 12 miles away. This is the super walkie-talkie you want. It's called the Cobra Chat Tag two-way walkie-talkies. They even are rechargeable, so they're completely battery-free. You recharge them. They've got swivel clips, those rechargeable batteries, and the fact that you can talk to each other up to 12 miles away on these little devices is incredible. When you see how compact they are, you're gonna be so impressed. So Lori Leland will be with us in just a little bit to share those little wonders of technology. I walked by them on my way to one of the studios, and I was like, those are the coolest thing ever. All right, so this is also, oh, this is back in stock. This is from Mr. Beams. These are the motion sensing puck lights. You're getting a 4-pack today for $19.99. When we had these a few months ago, we completely sold out. When I went to get them, they were gone. I couldn't get them. These are easy to put just about anywhere. You could literally stick them up underneath your, in a cabinet. They will instantly give you a great amount of light. They are motion sensing. They turn themselves off. $6.66 to get them. And look at this. You can take them with you wherever you go. They're totally portable, very, very lightweight, and really easy to use. So $6.66. We'll get those home for you for a 4-pack. They each have, they take 3 AAA batteries, but they're gonna sip the battery life because they're motion sensing, and they only go on when it's dark outside. So as you can see, I want you to see the back of it. You can just stick these up with like 3M sticky tape any place. They're great for inside cabinets, in that little closet that you just don't want to have to install a light. You just want that little light to go on whenever you move. Look at that. Or on the stairs, or in the basement, or in the attic. Any place that you just need a little bit of light to show your way, and you only want it to go on when you are there. I love that. Safety lights on the stairs, brilliant. $6.66 is your flex payment on these, and they are so lightweight. These would make a great little, a little flashlight because they're on the go, light where you need it, when you need it. Justin, I know that these make great, everybody uses these as cabinet lights, but I think of them as kind of those little portable, like emergency lights whenever you need a flashlight that is forever out of batteries.
Yeah, well, you can use them in so many different ways. I love how even when we were just using those spotlights, you know, I have some of my spotlights that were actually in my garage. Yeah, I know people who have used them for camping, want to bring them outside where they want. The same thing with the puck lights. In fact, the puck lights were kind of exactly the reason why Mr. Beams was invented in the first place, which is the inventor in 2004 said, I want to have light in the closet. I don't want to pay a bunch of money to get somebody to come in here and wire it. So we created battery-operated lighting, and then 20 patents later, you've got something that's so compact. These are motion-activated lighting that are going to last you off of 3 AAA batteries up to 1.5 years if you were to activate them 8 to 10 times a night. And Shannon, you were just saying, you know, it's nice to have, for instance, if we want to have some under-the-cabinet lighting. I'm going to actually turn off one more light so you guys can see. But it's also the convenient lighting. Of course, my other Mr. Bean spotlights just turned on. But you know what? That's exactly it. Because in the middle of the night, regardless if you're an early morning riser or maybe your spouse is an early morning riser, they're going to welcome you with 30 lumens of light, which is going to be enough light in a dark area. And then you can put them in those kitchen cabinets. You can put them in the pantry. You can put them in a closet. But when you need to, these are also going to be perfect emergency lightings, because if you need to go down the stairs and you've lost power, you can do it and still have light, because these are going to run independent from any wired lighting. So great convenient lighting and great emergency lighting as well.
That's a great point. Now, the reason that, I just want everybody to know, the reason that it was a little bit difficult for us to see yours is because they are motion sensing when it's dark. So you don't have to worry about walking by them during the day and having them use the battery when obviously you don't need them. So when it's dark, the motion sensing technology is active, and now it gives you 20 seconds of light unless you're still moving. It'll give you light as long as you're moving. But the batteries, I love what you're saying, Justin, they will last a year and a half if these turn on about 10 times per night. Now these are not the big spotlight beams that the other Mr. Beams had. That was a 450 lumens. These are designed for indoor use. They're designed for inside your cabinets. They give you just enough warm light to light your way, to light the stairs, to light so that you can see what's next to you. Maybe you keep one of these in your bedside drawer so that you can see what those medicines say or see what time you're setting your alarm for. They are that great little, very lightweight and easy to use motion sensing light. And you're getting 4 for $19.99. You cannot beat this deal. Under $5 for a motion sensing puck light that you can use anywhere. It's really a steal today.
It really is. And I love, like we're just showing you, you can place it right down on the counter. You don't even need to really install these per se. But if you were to install them, we give you a screw for each one, and we also give you double-sided sticky tape. So you have those two options, or simply place it in a drawer, place it on a counter. You don't need to actually install these. But when we come back, I want to show you that it actually comes on a mount. So when you want to, here we go. So I've got the lights down. So let's say we lose power and I need a light. I'm just going to place this one down right here on the counter. And if I needed to just grab and go flashlight, I love this as just an emergency situation. Now I've got a flashlight on the go. So this is something that we can have installed for a really nice kind of ambiance type of light if we're coming into the kitchen, and having that under the kitchen cabinet lighting, which by the way would cost you a significant amount of money. But then when I need to, I actually have an emergency light as well. And then of course, just placing it on the counter is just a really nice uplighting, or you can have that option of downlighting. I'm gonna run over to the bathroom really quickly. I know that sounds kind of funny as I said that, because I wanna show you, we have ours in the bathroom. If you have that midnight stroll and you need a light, this is going to light up a lot. And Shannon, you said it, even at 30 lumens in a dark area is plenty enough light for you to fill up a nice area in your home, especially in those emergency situations.
Well, when I went to buy these and we had completely sold out and we're just now getting them back in stock, I wanted to put them down in my closet next to my shoes, because I don't necessarily need to light my entire closet up. My light is way up here and I've got so many clothes hanging around. It's really hard. You can't see the shoes underneath. This would be great because as soon as I reach in, I'll be able to see and make sure that I get the matching shoes. One time I actually wore one black shoe and one navy shoe to work. You remember that, don't you? Dee was looking at me
We've
like,
all
yeah.
done it.
Yes, we have. So these will protect you from that. Justin, thank you so much for bringing us great practical items.
Thank you, Shannon. Great to see you.
Thanks. You take care. Okay, no more one blue shoe and one black shoe. All right, we've got some great items for you. In fact, we've got Panasonic phones. Everybody needs to have a landline. I think our emergency situations have really taught us that. This is corded and cordless. So you've got one main headset that's corded, and then you've got all your other cordless options. 4 different handsets for $99.99. This has an amazing call block built in, which it's not just emergency season, it's also politics season, which means that we're starting to get all of those calls, the robocalls. You can actually block those numbers, and then you don't have to worry about those interrupting you. It's got great technology as well that gives you great coverage. It also makes it so that you can, there's even a baby monitor feature built in. It's all for just $99.99. We'll ship it to you for free. If you want to check it all out, all of the features, just go to 712749 as your item number. There's a full presentation there, and you can learn about all of the different amazing features in that phone. All right, we're moving to one of my favorite items. I've never actually been able to present this before. This is a walkie-talkie that will communicate clearly. I have to say, it doesn't sound muffled, clearly up to 12 miles. It's $49.99 for a set of 2. It's $16.66 to get home. This is the Cobra. It's the chat tag. It's a 2-way radio, $16.66 to get it home. You can literally clip it on anything, and we will ship this to you for free. I'm getting some great ideas right now. I live within 12 miles of my kids' school. They're not allowed to have phones, but sure would be nice to know if they are let out early or where they're waiting, so I don't have to drive all around. Lori Leland is joining us. I know, Lori, you are waiting on Skype, but Lori, this is brand new. We've been able to present a lot of cool items together, but a 12-mile walkie-talkie? I was trying to think, I was like, I wonder how far away Lori is from here, if we'd be able to talk on our walkie-talkies.
I know, isn't this crazy? These are so cool. I'm with you. If you have kids on bikes, and like you said, not everyone has a cell phone convenient, or we don't allow them to have cell phones, this is a great way to find out where they are and communicate. Perfect for that emergency situation as well. And this is coming to us from Cobra, so 60-year company here, and this is the newest and the latest, the chat tag. And what I love about it is the smallest 2-way wearable radio that we found out on the market. So it has a swivel to it, so you can totally swivel this, so you're able to clip that clip in whatever way it makes sense, and put it on your belt, put it on your handbag, put it on your shirt, wherever you want to clip this right on. And then it enables hands-free. All you do is push the button when you're ready to talk, that 2-way communication. And then your friend, your husband, your kid can have the second one, and you could always be in touch. So if you're on a boat, if you have kids in the neighborhood, like I said, out on bikes, this has up to 12 miles of range. Now, I will tell you that range is basically dependent on line of sight. So if you're outside, you're going to have a better chance for getting that type of range. But you know, my husband was driving in the neighborhood, and he was walkie-talkieing me on this Cobra not too long ago, and we had great signal quality. So it's incredibly easy to use, built-in rechargeable battery with 10 hours of use, and then just touch to talk. It's so easy. So let me see what my husband's doing. Hey babe, what's going on? He sounds a lot of breath. How many miles did you do today, babe?
Looks like right now 7.2.
What? Oh my gosh, he's doing great. But I love this. So it's really crisp and clear. Like you said, it has access to 22 different channels, that built-in rechargeable battery with 10 hours of nonstop use on it. And then Shannon, water resistant too. So if you're biking, you get caught in a rainstorm, you can still communicate with your loved ones. I mean, if you're just getting these home for the kids to play, it's going to be a blast. But then it's great to have if you have that emergency situation arise and you need to get in touch with your loved ones. Now you know exactly where they are because you can talk to them.
Well, and how nice you're not reliant on cell phone technology. You're not reliant on if the tower is up or Wi-Fi or anything like that. It's radio. So you've got those 22 channels, and it's that UHF and FM, so it's super clear. Like when I heard your husband, I thought he sounds like you're on a CB radio. Like this sounds like one of those really expensive CB radios that you can hear very clearly, and but it's rechargeable as well. So you don't need to load it up with batteries or pay any extra. All you do is just charge it, and it's got 10 hours of battery life. $16.66. Get them home and try them out. And I love that you can actually test it, see how far you can go, see where you can hear these, and they're so clear. They are brand new. Boy, Lori, this would make an amazing gift. I feel like for any age.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everybody is going to love this. These are so teeny tiny small, love that great rotation, the ability to clip it on. And like you said, this is radio. So the fact that it is this crisp, this clear, not relying on cell phone towers, really an important way to communicate, especially in that emergency situation. You have your great onboard control. So you've got volume controls on one side. This is where you talk. This is your power button. So it's very convenient, all rubberized. So again, water resistant here, splash resistant. And when you're ready, and you can totally maneuver this because it completely twists, but when you're ready to wear it, just clip it right on, and now that person that you want to talk to is just a button press away. Babe, are you back from your bike ride yet?
Just about. I need to see if you can open the garage for me.
Ooh.
I think I forgot to unlock it.
He needs me to open the garage. So great information to have if you're not sitting right in front of your cell phone. This is the perfect way to communicate. I wouldn't have gotten that message on my cell phone, Shannon. So this is a really nice bit of information I was able to get from my husband. So now I can go let him in the garage.
That is so smart. You know, a lot of us are having a lot more outdoor adventures as well. Yeah. And there aren't a lot of cell phone towers depending on where you're going. Now somebody at base station, wherever that is, could have one. You could be hiking or biking or on a trail and know that you're connected to safety, to somebody to tell you how to get back to safety. And they're also just really fun, not relying on cell phone technology. This is the radio technology, $16.66 for two. If I can turn that one upside down. They are brand new and already they're $10 off, so take advantage of that. What a great gift these would make. We'll ship them to you or to anybody for free. Lori, thank you so much for great brand new technology.
Thank you, Shannon. Great to see you as always.
Thank you. That's pretty impressive. Ken went 7 miles on his bike ride. I love that. All right, if you're waiting for yours, you're welcome to stay there. Definitely also grab our today's special from Copper Life. And don't go anywhere because Tamara's up next with some beauty must-haves.
At HSN and QVC, we stand with Black-owned businesses. And in partnership with the NRF Foundation, we are shining a light on Black-owned small businesses with our Small Business Spotlight. Hear their unique stories of inspiration and innovation, and discover exciting products you'll love to shop. To learn more about these Black-owned businesses, visit hsn.com and qvc.com.
We understand every woman's skin is unique. We offer real beauty solutions for individual needs of real women, empowering women to achieve healthy, radiant-looking skin, backed by over 30 years' experience, made from important ingredients combined with advanced science for affordable skincare that truly works. Change the story of your skin and your life forever. Genuine beauty begins with skin.
Well, welcome to HSN. I'm glad that you are here and shopping with us. I'm Tamara.